Welcome back, beer tubers. Ryan here with another episode of San Diego Beer Vlog. Thanks for joining me. We're looking at my first review of a Floyds beer, and this is none other than Zombie Dust. This is their 6% or so. I forget the exact ABV. It doesn't say on that really cool label. If you ever get to see this label in person, it's awesome. But 6% Citra hop pale ale. So the only time I've had this was at the Real Ale Festival in Carlsbad at the Pizza Port, and they had this on cask, extra hopped with Citra in the cask. So I can already smell this beer already. Wow. Big thanks to Eric in Michigan for sending me out a 6-pack of this. Really appreciate it. First time trying it out of the bottle. So I believe this is a bottle conditioned beer. It pretty hazy. It looked like some yeast floating around the bottom, so I got some yeast in there. About a finger of bright white head. It's just a straight up orange color. Let's get the aroma. Oh yeah, the aroma on this beer is phenomenal. You get really sweet tropical fruit notes, and then you get that nice resiny kind of dankness that the Citra also has. Citra is very kind of complex in its aroma, and I really enjoy it. I just brewed up a Citra Pale Ale. You know, not exactly inspired by this, but I remember hearing about this beer and I'm like, that's a great idea. All Citra hop beer. So you get some like sweet peach. Kind of goes into that mango tropical fruit note. Yeah, with that kind of dank resiny character, like maybe just like a hint of pine, and there's a touch of a floral note on there as well. So just a really complex smelling beer. Let's give it a try. Cheers. That's just a great pale ale. Up front you definitely get some bitterness. It's maybe on the not quite the upper end of bitter for a pale ale. It's not Say's bitter. If you want to call Dale's Pale Ale a pale ale, which I think it's more of an IPA. Or same with Sierra Nevada's pale ale. It's kind of almost towards those in terms of the bitterness up front. But overall, this beer is just like a big hop flavored beer. Taste-wise, it falls the nose really well. Except I get more of like a sweeter orange note. So up front, bitterness tends to be more of that kind of resiny, dank, piney character, and then midway through the flavor hops start to show up. It's more of that tropical fruit character, that like mango peach, along with some sweeter orange, maybe a touch of like bitter grapefruit peel in there as well. And then the finish, there's some nice, just really solid bready malt. Touch of like a caramel malt in there, but not too much. Or maybe not quite a caramel malt, but something that's kind of like a sweeter bread. Just maybe a hint of like a caramel flavor as well. It's amazing how well they balance the beer while still being very hop forward in the flavors. So finishing up with Floyds Zombie Dust. There's a little bit of like a spiciness that kind of comes up, part of the hop character too. So I mean, Citra is such a phenomenal hop. So it's really complex, a lot of different flavors. It's cool. I'm assuming it's a Citra hop. Everyone pretty much out there says it's a single hop Citra beer. So it really shows out the hop variety really nicely. They really just used a lot of finishing hops for flavor, a ton of flavor and aroma hops used in this. But probably a bucket load of them at the very end. Kept the bitterness level nice. Completely sessionable type of beer. So I'm going to give this one an A, which I believe is the highest I've ever rated a pale ale on my channel at this point. But it's probably my favorite pale ale. Obviously the bottle's not going to be as good as a fresh cask that's extra dry hopped in the cask, but you know, this version's still fantastic. So big thanks again to Eric for sending it out to me. Until next time, please comment and subscribe. Cheers.